everybody, my name is Arashi, your coach of the Groningen Octals, bringing you week 2 of the PGP, the Pokemon Grand Prix, as we, represented by the BBL, are going to take on Ultraplayer, who has been represented by the APA, the American Pokemon Association. And yes, you may have noticed that we did our match on Pokemon Showdown because while I was, at my dad after the fire from last week, we tried to play on Wi-Fi and his internet was not really working well. My internet at my dad's place was not working really well. So we decided to play it on Showdown. So my apologies for that. The next time we're playing for the PGP again, we will be bringing Wi-Fi back. But yeah, last week was kind of a mess in terms of internet. But we are bringing our Mega Aerodactyl, Torkoal, Metagross, Azumarill, Raikou, and Hariyama, while my opponent is bringing the Gallade, the Mega Gallade, Raikou itself, Crobat, Miltank, Arcanine, and the Steelix. Now I'm going through my team right now here with these sets. My Mega Aerodactyl is running Aerial Ace, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Roost. My Torkoal is running the White Herb Shell Smash set with Flamethrower, Solar Beam, and a Rapid Spin. My Metagross is running a Weakness Policy set with Clear Body, Meteor Mash, Brick Break, Bullet Punch, and Agility. My Azumarill is rocking out the Belly Drum set with Citrus Berry Liquidation, Aqua Jet, and Play Rough. Then we have our Raikou, who's rocking out the leftovers, Calm Mind, Substitute, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ground, and then we have Hariyama. Now this Hariyama set is some heat, because looking at my opponent's team, the Pokemon that can really hurt my Hariyama are the Mega Gallade and the Crobat. So I thought, let's run a Flame Orb Guts boosted Hariyama set with Fling on the moveset, with Close Combat, Bullet Punch, and Fake Out as well. So if needed, we can bait either the Crobat or the Mega Gallade, preferably the Mega Gallade, but if we can fling the Crobat, we can cripple one of those mons, and that will work out really well for the rest of our matchup in the team. Now, I am trying something new with a face cam because I thought, you know what, I have a new setup. Let's try with face cam. Let me guys know what you think. I hope I can actually make it work because, even though I have a nice setup right here, my laptop is not always working very smoothly. But let's just go into the matchup. Now, before we actually going to start, we did de-seed in this match. So the first 6 turns of this match was to get everything back together again. So if some plays doesn't really make sense from both sides, it was mostly because of that. So let's just start out right away. He's going to start out with his Raikou, while I'm going to start out with the Metagross. He's going to Volt Switch away into the Miltank, and this Miltank was a real pain in the ass. So we're gonna Meteor Mash the Miltank. He's going to Thunder Wave me right now and paralyze me while I'm going for another Meteor Mash. Now, a lot of other stuff happened in between, but we try to, skip out everything to make it work in the rest of the match. So the Arcanine is down on his side of the field. Here's Flare Blitzing on the Azumarill, and I'm just going for Liquidation, while he's going to Wild Charge on the Azumarill, making sure the Citrus Berry is now gone, so we can't really use the Belly Drum set anymore. Now he goes into his Miltank right here. I'm going to Aqua Jet the Miltank, and from here on out forward, it's basically the actual match. So on the Miltank, I'm going to go into my Raikou, as he's actually going to recover with the Milk Drink. And I am going to, try to put up the Substitute, but he will reveal Earthquake, and that will make sure the Substitute will be faded away. So as I said before, this Miltank was a real pain in the ass. Now I'm going to go into my Hariyama because I know I can take another Earthquake from the Miltank. We can get our Flame Orb running, so the Guts is now inactive, and we still have Fling, in access. I went for the Close Combat here because if he decides to stay in with the Miltank, we can try to cripple it down. He goes into the Crobat. I could have Flinged here, but I was like, in any way he might, switch out or U-turn. I don't want to risk using my Fling and him going into something else. He is actually going to He's actually going to U-turn in my Torkoal, which I brought in. Now here I made a very bad play. I was kind of getting greedy here. He Thunderbolts me, and I'm going to Shell Smash and activate a White Herb, but another Thunderbolt from the Raikou will kill off my Torkoal. I think in the match itself, I would believe he would either full switch out or just switch out right away, maybe predicting an Earth Power from my side, but he prepped very well for my Torkoal. Torkoal, unfortunately, can't get a kill. Now here is where the magic will happen. The sweet heat of this Hariyama set. So I knew he was not going to stay in with the Raikou on the Hariyama. So I knew either... And I also knew that he was not going to go into the Miltank. So my only bets were at this point, you know, the Mega Gallade or the Crobat. Now, if he went into the Arcanine, that would have been really bad for us. But the chances of that actually happening in the match itself, I was like, there's no way he's going to go into an Arcanine with like a Gus Hariyama on my side of the field. So I knew there was a big chance he was going into either the Crobat or the Mega Gallade. So I saw the full switch. I was like, alright, show me Mega Gallade. Show me Mega Gallade. Come on, I'm going to press Fling right now. He's going to go into the Crobat, but that's still good. We're going to Fling. We're going to Fling the Flame Orb on the Crobat. Crobat is now basically out of the match. He lost like half of his health. He's now burnt. Can't do really much damage anymore. So I'm like, yes, this is why I brought Fling on Hariyama. Now he's going to Cross Poison, which doesn't affect on the incoming Metagross. And I'm just here now with Metagross. I can just, you know, try to do something. And we are going to Meteor Mash, but we are going to miss. You can't have all the luck in every match, unfortunately. And he's going to Morning Sun away all the health. I'm going to Brick Break on the Arcanine. I don't know why I did that. I think just because to do damage at this point. I don't think I run Earthquake on... No, I didn't run Earthquake on the Metagross, so that makes sense now. So, on to my Raikou. Raikou will kill off the Arcanine with a hidden Power Ground after the extreme speed from the Arcanine. So, the Arcanine is now gone as well. Now, here comes the Mega Gallade. Mega Gallade will Mega Evolve. And he's actually going to... not Sword Stance up, he's going to Close Combat me and kills off my Raikou, you know, right away, which kind of sucks, but at the same time I was like, you know, if he Sword Stance up, that would have been a bit more of an issue. Now my Aerodactyl is on the field. He's going to go into his Crobat, and I'm going to fire off a nice clean Aerial Ace to kill off the Crobat, him sacking off the Crobat there. So now his Raikou comes up. We both lost 2 mons on our both the side of the field. I'm going to go for the Earthquake. It doesn't kill the Raikou, but the Thunderbolt from the Raikou won't kill off the Aerodactyl as well. So we get a kill off here with the Mega Aerodactyl on the Raikou. So now it's 3 versus 3. The Steelix is now on his side of the field. I'm going to try to roost off some damage as he's actually going to Gyro Ball, and it's going to kill off either way. You know, at least I tried. Now the Hariyama comes in. Hariyama is going to hit a nice clean close combat. It won't kill the off the Steelix, and the Earthquake from the Steelix will kill off the Hariyama. Now I can go into my Azumarill, but at this point you will already know that, you know, he can now go into his Miltank, take anything from my Azumarill, who was already crippled from the beginning of the match, and Azumarill can just fire off a Thunder Punch, and that's GG. So we're gonna lose this match with 3-0, which means that we lost our first match in the PGP, I believe also with 3-0 if I'm not mistaken. It's been a few weeks ago, and now we also lost this match in the PGP, which sucks. A lot of stuff happened, as I said before, you know, in the progress of this match before we actually did this match with the whole fire here, and I had to go to my dad's, so I had to do the battle at my dad's, and the Wi-Fi sucked, so we decided to do it on Showdown. And even then, you know, a lot of time on Showdown my internet got disconnected, so I had to refresh and hope the site didn't crash or anything. Luckily for us, we could still have done this match And you know, it was a fun match, and I like that kind of stuff. I like, even if I lose, I like if a match is entertaining, and I like if a match is, you know, fun to play, especially if some of the heat sets that I bring actually work out as the Hariyama Fling set worked, which is, in my honest opinion, a very fun set to use. Like, if you have an opponent that runs a very physical offensive team, and you have an Hariyama who can take a hit and possibly cripple one of your opponents by flinging a flame orb, burning them, while you still have the guts inactive, while you can just, you know, cripple your opponent and try to hit hard back. I don't know, I like coming up with sets like this, and it's definitely a set I will probably bring more in the future matches of my career as a Draft League coach, because it just works. It just works fairly well. But yeah, I want to thank my opponent Ultra Player for having the patience with me for the bad Wi-Fi and, you know, all the stuff that happened last week. As I said before, it was still an amazing match, especially in the middle of this match. It was like very close, but you know, the good beginning from his part and the good ending from his part, you know, pulled this win to his side. And yeah, we just have to try it again, but that won't be in week 3 of the PGP, because I decided to sit out in week 3 of the PGP for the BBL because of all the stuff that happened last week. I will be back in week 4, so no matches for us next week on the channel, but in week 4 of the PGP, which is against the Brejax team, I will be back with hopefully a Wi-Fi match. If you, however, did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share this video with others, slash the subscribe button down below, and hit that bell icon, because then you get notified every time I upload a new video, and that is sincerely appreciated. Of course, Ultra Player's side of the match will be in the description below as soon as he uploads it, as well as all the other information that you guys need from the PGP or anything else. But that rests me to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!